last honest streamer.
Reason the internet loves the spectacle. The bigger it is, the louder it is, the more
Yo, I don't know why they didn't like show Queso on the first
expensive it looks.
Videos on Queso.
The better it
For everyone that
performs.
doesn't know.
Look at the top of Twitch right now. It's flooded with $1 million mansions, celebrity subathons.
Yo, I remember the first time I heard about Queso. It was on Twitter, and people were calling him like a Los Polos clone. Another Los Polos clone. Because I swear to God, anybody that's white and fat and funny is equals Los Polos clone. Like, I swear, like, the internet just, especially streamers, just think that stereotype or that like archetype is a Los Polos clone. Like, Los Polos is the first fat white guy that's funny on the internet.
Streamers buying their 10th dream
He was Los Polos 3.0 because 2.0 was lazy.
car. Everything
Well, that's Ron's car. Yo,
seems
this watch,
to be built around the question: how much
frosted ape, rainbow frosted AP.
money can we burn on camera?
Crazy.
And then there's this guy. Queso is interesting because on paper he's doing almost everything wrong. His production quality is kind of garbage.
Queso, where'd he come from? 200,000.
And that's the thing, though. He's smart. I don't know if he does it on purpose, but the fact him and Jinxie, there's a reason. I feel like there's a reason why they choose to have such shitty cameras, shitty mics, like overall quality being shit. Is because there's a relatability factor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more down to earth. The vibe of it is more like on some bro, like, you know, it's more like, I don't explain it. It feels more, you can, like, the connection with the viewers is there more
viewers
than
playing full-
someone that's has like lives in $1 million mansion, $5,000 camera.
Old
You know what I'm
guys
saying?
yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't even zoomed in or cropped.
His setup isn't designed to be some massive content machine. Half the time he's live, he's playing some random game most people have never even heard of.
Your costume sucks, kid.
I mean,
Oh,
when your
fuck
entire
Queso.
job is getting people to watch you, you don't turn down a Mr. Beast video. But
Like, genuinely, him, I would say Prime, XQC, Jinxie, who else? But him and XQC are very, like, kind of similar. Because they would both play the most random bullshit games and just
Queso did.
kill, you know what I'm saying? They don't do over the top production.
And somehow, despite doing the opposite of what the internet tells creators they're
I do.
supposed to do,
That's
he's
my
still
defense.
one of the biggest streamers on the planet. How does that happen? The honest answer is that none of this should have worked, because
shit I
Queso's
like
had
to
the
watch.
odds stacked against him since day one. Case Baker grew up in rural Arkansas. His hometown has a population just over 1,500. It's the kind of place where a new Walmart
1,500?
makes the front page, and
Whoa.
hometown has a population just over 1,500.
1,500, like 1,500. My school had more people than that.
It's the kind of place where a new
What the fuck?
Walmart makes the
My high school had more people.
front page,
Walmart hopes.
and where the churches outnumber the stoplights. Towns like that don't have a lot going on. So, as a quiet kid, Case did what quiet kids in quiet towns have always done. He disappeared into a screen. In this case, a PlayStation. Call of Duty on repeat.
That must have been boring as a kid.
And when YouTube started blowing up in the early 2010s, he was right there watching Nate Shot and the Optic guys build something that didn't exist a decade earlier. He watched gaming turn from a thing you did after school into an actual career.
Well, how does this sound? Making a living and even a small fortune just playing video games.
The biggest names were clearing their parents' annual salaries in a single weekend. And after watching that, it became Case's dream job. The problem was, he knew the odds, especially in his situation. His Wi-Fi was barely good enough to even watch YouTube. Uploading to it or streaming on Twitch, forget it. So he buried it. He graduated high school, bounced between jobs, often working 2 at a time, just to keep the lights on.
How old is Queso? I actually have never, like, bothered to check his age. 28. Oh. He's a 98 child.
For 6 years. 6 years of clocking in somewhere he didn't want to be. 6 years of
Wait. He blew up when he was, like, 26?
watching other guys his age
Five,
blow up
maybe?
online doing the exact same thing he'd given up on. By the end of it, Case was broke, burnt out. He was one bad week away from walking into a recruiter's office and signing up for the
Not
military.
bad, kid, not
Then his
bad.
mom stepped in, and she asked him the question that changed
Oh,
everything.
I've heard about this. Yo, I seen this a long time ago. His mom's a goat.
Why not take a real shot at the whole
Gave him the little push that he needed to pursue his dreams. Actually, did great mom.
streaming thing? What's the worst that happens? Now, streaming is one of the most competitive jobs on the planet. And if you're like Case, trying to pursue it full time, you need to understand. There's levels to this.
Levels. Like, genuine levels, bro.
Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top.
Yo, to quit your job even, you will need to be averaging like a couple hundred maybe. even then, that's borderline impossible to get.
1%.
Like, the
Now,
odds of
there's
that
no
is
direct
crazy.
translation from Twitch viewers to money. So for the sake of the example, we're gonna say you reach level 1 at around 100 viewers. Once you're there, you can take the leap to streaming full time, which getting there sounds totally reasonable. It's not. Somehow convincing 100 people to watch you
Yes.
live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it to level 1. Seriously,
100K
throw a number out
maybe.
there. The
My guess, like,
answer
100.
is 165,536.
Oh my god, I was almost on the dot.
That's less than 1%. For every person who gets to level
I don't think people understand. The number might not look big, but to get 100 real human beings, I'm not talking about no bots, real human beings to sit down and spend their time to watch you is a
level 1,
lot.
there's 100 that don't. Every big streamer you see
crazy.
today spent days, weeks, if not months streaming to an audience of 0. I mean, take Jinxie for example. He streamed to just 5 viewers for a year and a half before he ever made it.
5 viewers? He's grinding.
And I'm throwing all of these numbers at you for a reason, because without them, you wouldn't understand how truly insane what happens next is. Okay, so hate to interrupt myself here, but let's say you're like Queso and don't love your day job.
I can tell this is an ad. Oh my god, I got it.
Pays you 6% on every job you hate. Go to wap.com to start your business today.
Because in like
Fuck
24
off.
hours, y'all took me from nothing to crazy.
You see, Queso hit level 1 in
I forgot he was a 2K streamer, bro.
the first hour of his first ever stream, and he didn't just get lucky.
I forgot his origins was from 2K. Yo, when you look at Queso, you don't think 2K. Not because of his, obviously, I'm not saying because he's not black or anything. It's just, anyone that comes from the 2K community is usually toxic. Look at Solomonati, Aiden Ross, Speed. They all got that, what's the word? Like
Came
that
through deep from the top, man.
high energy
In the days
chaos,
before he went live for the first
toxic
time, Queso was already laying the
vibes.
groundwork. He spent days filming and editing clips of him playing NBA 2K23.
He's too
And
wholesome
on
to be from
September
2K,
10th,
man.
2022, he uploaded 22 videos to TikTok. The next morning, he woke up to over 10,000 followers and a comment section flooded with one
10K in a day.
question. So that night, he went live for the first time and the floodgates opened.
When I look down and I see 126 viewers, bro, I cannot believe it.
From that day on, he followed the same routine. Clock in the 9 to 5, hit the second job, cut a few lawns, then come home and stream until he couldn't keep his eyes open.
Imagine the first time you ever spark up, there's 100 people.
I don't want to go sleep, man. I don't want to go to work, man. I want another build, dog. All I want to do is make builds and play 2K forever. Why do I gotta go work?
After each stream, he'd find the best moments, clip them, and fire them back onto TikTok. The loop fed itself. Inside a week, he'd blown past 100,000 TikTok followers. Every stream was pulling 500 plus concurrent viewers.
Dude said call the boss quit, this your life now, cuz? Dude, imagine.
And the number that actually mattered, he was making more money streaming at night than he was at his day job.
And no, y'all literally just donated more than I make in a week in one night. Bruh.
But Queso kept his head on straight. What shows up overnight can also disappear overnight. So before he quit his day job, he needed proof that this wasn't a fluke. So he made a deal with his chat, hit 5,000 Twitch subs, and he'd quit his job.
This a day we're gonna remember forever, you feel me? This a day we gonna remember forever.
5,000 subs is a lot of money.
You know I love y'all, man. Thank you, bro. It's all y'all, you feel me? Thank you, man. Full-time Queso in the building, and I'm laying in their mouth, too.
Within just a few weeks, it was a done deal. Cases
You what? You're telling me one day into it, 100 viewers. A month later, 5K subs. Okay.
his fan base was new, but
I don't know
dedicated,
if-
and they wanted to see him pursue this thing full time.
Like I said, I've been dreaming of wanting to, be a streamer, a
They need the
content
lottery
creator
or
since I was
some shit,
13 years old. I finally took the leap, bro. I finally took the leap, and y'all came through for you, boy. For real, y'all came through crazy.
Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows from here. His internet was still garbage, like genuinely bad. Streams would lag or even just end because the connection bottomed out.
One down speed.
You see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audience, that's the kiss of death.
It's
If your
actually diabolical.
stream ends, they move on to the next. Eventually, numbers started slipping. For a couple months, it looked like maybe the whole thing was a fluke. Maybe the bubble had already popped.
You know, I seen the numbers when I very first started. You know, the hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then y'all see
Yo,
it dip to like, 100, 150. I was like, I gotta do something different or it's gonna go under.
Then he picked up a different game, Hogwarts Legacy. It was kind of a weird choice. It had a totally different audience from the 2K crowd he'd built, but he streamed it anyway, clipped a moment, and posted it to TikTok.
Look, I see the sun peeking through the window a little bit. Sleep schedule gone now. Gotta make Hufflepuff proud, though. Hey, it is what it is, man.
That one video alone pulled in over 18 million views.
The fact that he even chose Hufflepuff is actually
Just like that, he's back. Viewership climbs
he does seem like the Hufflepuff type of person.
to 600. Keeps climbing, month after month. Every week, another clip going viral. Another
Like,
wave
if there
of
was any person, any streamer that I'm guaranteed will go to that house or that's saying that part of Harry Potter, it'll be Queso.
new viewers following
Queso
straight to
easily
the
on.
stream. The snowball was rolling again. By May 2023, Queso was averaging over 2,500 viewers, a legitimate name in streaming culture.
If you don't know who he is, you gotta be living under a rock.
And this is level 2. At level 2, you're starting to live large. You're in big boy money territory. At this point, you're not going to bed afraid the whole thing vanishes overnight.
All right, babe, my dad.
But you are? You said?
You're not going to bed afraid the whole thing vanishes overnight.
All right, babe, my dad. Get him out of here!
With over 2,500 average viewers, Queso was sitting somewhere just inside the top 1,000 streamers on Twitch. Incredible by any measure, but remember, Twitch is stacked top heavy. And when I say top heavy, I mean it. At any given moment, there are about 3 million users on Twitch watching content.
Half of those are definitely going to like the top 1%.
When you break down the viewer distribution by channel rank, the picture gets pretty clear. Out of the millions of channels on the platform, the top 250 pull over half the viewership.
You see, I'm so knowledgeable when it comes to this. It's actually kind of sad.
That's the difference between level 2 and level 3.
Because you gotta think about it. There's a lot of big streamers and they're all pulling like thousands on end. Some even tens of thousands.
Well, it seems like the easiest jump on the ladder here. It's actually the most difficult.
10 of the top 10, so like 10 from the top 10 are all pulling 10k plus. That's what, 100k, right? 100k plus.
There's a specific
already,
blueprint nearly
what,
every streamer has
10%
followed to make
of
this
all
jump.
viewers
Here,
are
I'll
on
break it
Twitch.
down for you. What you're looking at right now is 5 of the biggest streamers on the planet. Each at the moment they were averaging exactly 2,500 viewers. Pay attention to the setups. None of them are exciting. The rooms are pretty basic, the camera quality kinda sucks. There's no production value. They look like what they are, just guys streaming from their bedrooms. Now fast forward to when those same streamers are pulling 10,000 viewers a night. Everything's changed. The lighting's dialed in. The cameras are crisp. The rooms look intentional. This is the blueprint kicking in. And it also is dialed in.
Yes.
The cameras are crisp.
This camera's crisp. I guess this camera's crisp.
The rooms look intentional. This is the blueprint kicking in. And it all starts with one realization. At this level, streaming isn't just a job anymore. It's a business. And like a business, the goal is to make as much money as possible. The internet, for whatever reason, craves a spectacle. And the spectacle game is pretty easy to
That nigga Casey,
play.
bro.
You've kind of just got to spend money to make money. The setup is just the start. Next comes the move to LA. Buy the mansion, drop the I just bought my dream car video. Hire a dozen editors to pump out clips around the clock. By the time you're clearing 50,000 viewers, it turns into an optimization race. Every stream, every upload, every second of content is engineered to milk the cash cow. The longer you stay on the top, the more efficient it becomes. And weirdly, the more the internet praises you for it. But the spectacle only works if people are still looking. Relevancy is the whole game. The second your numbers dip, the money
Podcast circuit, streamer events.
goes with it. So you're forced to stay visible. You hit the podcast circuit, Impulsive on Monday and Blank on Thursday. You show up to every mainstream streamer event. You become a permanent fixture in the conversation because the conversation is the product. And the fastest way to stay in a conversation is to stand next to someone bigger than you. Take those same 5 streamers and pull up their biggest
I swear it was never like this.
streams of all time.
It just became like this in the last
Fortnite
like,
with
5
Drake,
years.
Aiden Ross, the Donald Trump interview, Kai Cenat, the LeBron stream that pulled over 1 million concurrent viewers. That's the blueprint. I'm not necessarily saying it's bulletproof or guaranteed, but it's the safe route. Every streamer who's made it to the top 250 has run some version of that exact playbook based on constant evolution. But
XQC didn't, Jinxie didn't, Ron didn't.
Queso ignored this approach altogether. His strategy is quite literally the
just, like,
opposite in
rules.
just about every possible
It's
sense.
just like normal.
The last time we talked about Queso, he was fresh off of Hogwarts, averaging 2,500 viewers. So let's run that same comparison from earlier and fast forward to when he's at 10,000. Not much has changed. I mean, sure, he did buy a new house, but he moved from a trap house to a trailer just across town. Either way, at the end of the day, his computer monitor is still being
Wait, what am I looking at? I heard him say a trap
house to a trailer just across town. Either way, at the end of the day, his computer monitor is still being held up with a vacuum cleaner.
This nigga's a millionaire, and his monitor stand is a vacuum.
If I don't have the vacuum
Vacuum handle held on by Amazon packages and some couple boxes.
cleaner holding up the back of the monitor, it'll fall over.
Isn't that short though?
And then back here are my PCs.
Is he sitting on the floor?
You can tell they're being held up by books
What the fuck?
as well.
And the camera quality seems to somehow have gotten worse.
Chat, my stream quality is actually...
You know what? I can't even hate. This where's XQC's PC? This was yo. This was XQC's PC. XQC's PC. He didn't have no case, no nothing. He just built it as is, left it on the floor, and held it on by a Coke bottle. The radiator was held on by an empty Coke bottle. This is that a Popeyes? No, that's his fan. Oh, no, that's an Overwatch. The Overwatch fucking box. But this was actually his PC. He just left it on the floor. Like, he just connected all the wires on the floor and just left it as it is. This is a safety hazard, but I guess look at this shit, bro. This is a millionaire, by the way. Like, this is a man who has 100 M's in his bank account, and his PC look like this. This is my goat, though. I don't want a certain point.
It looks like it's in 4K.
That kind of is my goat.
Since Hogwarts, he's continued to stream 4 to 6 nights a week.
Sometimes.
Same time, same chat.
He's my goat when he's play games.
Rotating through whatever random
when
games
he's
it feels like. Supermarket Simulator, Granny, Dress to Impress.
What is this? Why is it on my front page?
Wait, what?
Same chat, rotate. Since Hogwarts, he's continued to stream 4 to 6 nights a week. Same time, same chat, rotating through whatever
Bezos'
random
PC looks like a fucking god PC compared to
games
XQC's.
it feels like. Supermarket Simulator, Granny, Dress to Impress.
What is this?
Granny's a good game.
Why is it on my front page?
I've seen people play it. at least.
Games a normal person wouldn't think to stream. But then you watch for 5 minutes and you start to
Sometimes I wonder how he finds half
Yeah.
these.
This is the funniest dude on the
People
internet
just send it
right
to him.
now.
Just plays the most random
Everything.
games.
Queso, where did he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall
The
Guys.
issue is not the issue. Actually, it's pretty a good thing though. But he's tapped into an untouched reservoir of just games that nobody else plays. 1, 2. Let's say when a big game comes out, like he doesn't play AAA games.
because
That's
the
the
game
issue.
isn't the point. The chat
He needs
isn't
to
there
sprinkle in some AAA games
for
here
the
and there.
games. They're there to watch him fall out of his chair for the
It would've been
10th
so
time this
cool to see
month
him
and
play.
narrate it like he's describing a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh,
A Souls game. Oh my god. Imagine you play a Souls game.
the chair is
raging.
dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared by a horror game and scream at a volume that blows out the mic.
Elden Ring.
And that's why it worked. By January of 2024, Queso was
bit of
averaging
fun, I
over
don't know.
50,000 concurrent viewers every single night, making him the number 3 ranked streamer on all of Twitch.
Like my mind is like in my mind, I still don't have the thought of like I still made it.
When he dead just looks like a tomato.
Because in my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it, you don't want to get like lazy. It's gonna go downhill. Yeah. You know what I mean?
By every metric the industry actually uses,
Oh my god, I forgot he had a podcast. I want.
Queso is underperforming. He's leaving
forgot
growth on the
you said a
table at every
podcast.
possible turn. He doesn't invest in new setups, he doesn't upgrade his gear, and has no real plan to optimize himself. Every analyst will tell you he could be twice the size he is if he just ran the playbook like everyone else. And honestly, they're probably right. But here's the thing. Queso never looked at any of that and felt like he was losing something. Buying a house in the hills, pulling up in a supercar, collecting all the things that say you've made it. None of that ever seemed to be important to him. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things. A lot of creators go in with exactly that goal in mind.
Yeah.
But Queso sits in this rare category of someone who actually reached the I made it moment and genuinely doesn't want it.
It was never about like being huge, just like because it didn't matter the money. You know, I just wanted to do what I loved for a living. I could be, pinching pennies to make it, but as long as I get to stream every day instead of go to work, I was cool with that. You know?
But to be clear, it's not like he's allergic to
There's-
money.
Honestly.
He's the number 3 streamer on Twitch. The guy is doing just fine. But there's a difference between making money and squeezing every last cent out of your audience. He's never done any kind of subathon, he doesn't say yes to every brand that comes knocking, and he doesn't manufacture drama to give the numbers a little bump. The way he sees it, you can't leave money on the table if it was never
He actually just stays out the way.
for what you sat down for.
That's one thing I'll give him.
Some of my
You don't
most
hear him in conversations about nothing negative
favorite
ever.
jobs I ever had were the jobs where I was making
Ever.
pennies. Yo, I'm not even finna lie to y'all. I think
Oh,
y'all just
The thing is, he sparks up late at night when no one else is on.
donated
Plays
more
for
than
like
my
3 to
week's
4
paycheck
hours
in
and
one
he's
night.
dip-
I'm talking about sitting in the parking lot
no-
of the dollar store.
Never on
having
any
to
other
call
social
my
media. Just
mom, be like, hey, can you spot me $50 for food for the rest of the week?
it's like he only exists for those 4 hours on the internet.
You know what? I was happy.
out.
Like, if I could turn this into something and just be able to do this with y'all every day, that'd be a dream come true. Yeah, I
No
was
TikToks,
broke.
no tweets, nothing.
But it was alright because the job was cool.
Dude, I'm not worried about Twitch ad revenue. I would rather people have a good viewing experience than make an extra, whatever a month.
I seen that before, but extra, that's like 20,000 he's talking about.
So that's the money half
That small extra to him is 20K easily. I
of the
promise
blueprint. The mansion, the supercar, the optimization strategy.
you. Easily
But the
20K a month. He's missing out. Minimum.
blueprint isn't only about money. The other half of the blueprint is relevancy. The streaming world has a short memory, and the way you fight that is by staying in the conversation. Podcasts, events, collabs, it all comes down to the same idea. Stand next to someone bigger than you, and you get to share some of their spotlight. Well, if you thought he was underperforming on the money side of the blueprint, just listen to this. In 3 years as one of the biggest streamers on the planet, he's done exactly one traditional collab. Jinxie.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled?
Florida. And that was one time to go to Jinxie's house.
And that collab is almost word for word
I feel like they're both very similar.
the only existing footage of Queso outside of his own house.
My friend brought this up yesterday to me when we were chilling. He said it's crazy that Jinxie literally has the only recorded footage of me outside of my own stream setup. Like, he is the only one that's got me out of my room.
Matter of fact, it was the first time he'd ever left the state he was born in.
So this is the first time you've ever been out of like Florida or out of Arkansas?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just, I don't know, I be getting homesick. I get away from home for too long. I'm just, man, I don't know.
Over the last 3 years, Queso has won 5 different awards.
And the streamer award goes to
Queso.
He hasn't shown up to a single one in person.
Mr. Beast tweeted you. Oh yeah,
Same with Flight.
yeah. I talked to him. Yeah.
Flight would be like, Flight would agree to go to these events, and then on the day of the event, he'll spark up and be like, oh, he had a stomach ache or he had a cough.
I can't even go on a Mr.
Every
Beast video
single
due to fear of airplanes.
There's
Ain't that bad, chat?
never
According to
been
the
a day
blueprint,
when he
all of those
actually
things just come with the
says
territory
he's gonna go somewhere and then goes.
of being in the top 1%. But Queso is avoiding all of it. And when you stack it all up, not going to award shows, turning down the collabs, even the fact that he's only left the state of Arkansas once, you start to wonder if there's more to it than just not caring.
State of Arkansas once? That must be sad.
Chat, I didn't
He's a
tell y'all
millionaire,
this,
so
bro. When I was
Maybe that's it.
changing setups to go from the trap house into the trailer, I was literally a mental wreck for like a week straight. Because I don't know if anybody else has this, but dude, I have like some form of horrific OCD that I've had for years, that if something even minor changes, I'm gonna die.
You see, OCD is one of the most misunderstood conditions out there. People hear the word and picture someone who just likes things clean and organized. And while that can be a part of it, that's not exactly what it is. At its core,
think it's
OCD is anxiety.
yeah.
For
I was about to say
Queso,
that. It's more so like if they find something that's out of place, it just gives them this anxiety attack.
moving into a new house meant moving into an environment that was full of variables his brain hadn't had.
Safe and secure if they know where something is at the exact, like, you know what I'm saying?
The chance to map
You
out
know
yet.
it's gonna
Like
be
when I
there
take
for
my
sure.
hat off and
Like,
put it on the counter,
rest
same
easy.
spot every night. If it goes in a different spot, I'm dead.
Everything becomes unpredictable, and for someone with OCD, an unpredictable environment is one thing that can't be controlled. Each unknown stacks on top of the last until his brain is sent into overdrive.
Chat, here's some lore for you. Every time I would
think I'm
leave to
similar
work in the morning,
in a way.
I would go outside my house and I would have to check that my doorknob was locked 37 times.
I feel like when, in my case, I don't care about disorganized. Like, I'm disorganized. I don't give a fuck. I like to be able to not control the outcomes, but predict the outcome to the point where I know what's gonna happen. You know, control it to the point where I know what's gonna happen, so that I can be mentally prepared for what's about to happen. I hate being unpredictable shit.
I would have to start my drive to work, take a block back around to my house, and check it another 11 times. And then I could go to work.
Which explains why his setup has barely changed over the years. It's one of the places where his brain already knows the answers to all the questions.
Yeah.
It's his rules, at his pace, all in an environment that makes him most comfortable. But that need for predictability doesn't stay contained to his house. It follows him everywhere.
I went out in public 3 times in a row. I got recognized all 3 times. I never went outside again, bro. Like, some people, bro, came up like, hey, Yo, can I
I'm
get
not
a
really-
picture? Everybody started looking. I'm like, oh man, dude, I was about to pass out, man.
Outside of that room, he controls nothing. Who's around him, how they got there, whether someone grabs his shoulder before he sees it coming. None of it is up to him.
I don't go out in public. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not this bad.
Never.
This is
When he's
crazy.
at home, it's easier to manage because, well, he's in his own house. But in public, there's no way to make the unknown stop. It's not only uncomfortable, but also insanely overwhelming.
You would have a better chance of actually winning the Powerball lottery than ever seeing me in public. That's how rare it is. No joke.
The blueprint says the path
Fuck Arkansas.
forward revolves around a constant state of evolution. The more you change, the newer things are, the more excited people are to watch. But for Queso, that path has never really been accessible the same way it is for everyone else. And yet, here he is.
Literally almost 1,000 away from 10 million. Say it ain't so. This is a moment in history? No, this is a moment in history.
Behind everything, the awards.
This is a moment in history.
Behind everything, the awards, the numbers, the journey from a rice mill to the number 3 spot on Twitch. Almost nothing has actually changed.
You definitely gonna do this full time? Hey, I hope so, CJ. That'd be a dream come true for your boy, man. Maybe my parents don't have to work no more either. That'd be a dream come true too, bro.
He's been grounded in the fact that streaming was never about being the very best. It was always about building a life worth living, for himself and for the people he loves.
Wait, Mom, we're about to hit 10 million.
Wait, did he
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh
Looks
my
like someone
goodness.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
got
We
like
about to
a
hit
whole
10
line bill.
million! No way
His
we're actually
mom
about to hit it.
biggest supporter, bro. That's so far.
We hit 10 million, baby! Let's go!
His first
10
biggest.
million on YouTube!
His mom was there before any of this made sense.
She brought me some balloons in here! Yo! She brought me some balloons! Balloons!
You can't see it.
Get a pose in there with it.
Before all of the awards and money,
So
before tens of thousands of people were waiting for him to go live, she was the only one who pushed him to try streaming in the first place.
That's a
Wait, let me see. Bust down, rebound, downtown, surround sound. Aww. You reposted his clip on Twitter at 9 in the morning?
Him to go live, she was the only one who pushed him to try streaming in the first
Oh,
place.
that's so fire.
That's a dadgum diamond play button! You've had this? What? It wouldn't be possible without y'all, Chad. And you know who else it wouldn't be possible without? My mom. Come stand in front of the camera. Look at that.
Yo, that actually almost made me cry.
And his dad, the man who spent his whole life doing the kind of work nobody claps for,
My dad, for example,
Almost
like,
shed a tear
dude,
there.
his whole life just working. He's had multiple back surgeries, multiple wrist surgeries, multiple foot surgeries, all from just working his whole life.
the man he watched and worked alongside with, do it with no complaints.
I worked with my dad, and we were both maintenance men. Maintenance ain't easy work. You know, you're crawling under sinks, you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in
I know.
attics,
I'm actually happy that if any nigga that can get famous, this nigga, bro.
you know, all
Genuine.
that, just nasty.
The same man that taught him how to work was eventually the one who told him to quit his regular job and do what he
He was
loved.
like, he
I remember
deserved
the
it
night
more
we
than
hit
a lot of all these
5,000.
people.
I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to call my boss.
30 niggas I know.
I remember I got him to call because I was scared. Like, hey, boss, you know, I'm playing video
Shout out
games for a
Jack
living.
Doherty,
But it'd
Dean
sound
Green.
better coming from my dad because, you know, my dad was essentially like his
all these
right
other
hand.
loser ass niggas,
Yep.
bro.
But
This
yeah.
shit for us.
So when streaming became a reality, he made
This is a
sure that
real
the two
content
people who
creator,
spent
bro.
their lives building him up never had to work again.
What has been like the most fulfilling thing that you've run into in your career?
Just that everybody gets
Go.
to chill
Yeah.
and they have to get away from the jobs they hated and everything like that, and we can all just chill and do this. That's the best thing. Look at her say they're retired because they do it because you know they don't want to just chill and do nothing. They do a lot of stuff for me. Like my dad, if I need something to go get or something, he goes and gets it. My mom handles all the background, like all of it.
If you ask Case,
Oh, his mom's his personal assistant.
that's the whole story right there.
That's fire.
In a world where overnight success has a way of quietly hollowing people out, Queso never let any of it change him.
The only thing I want to be is a place for people to go for 4 hours a night, forget about life, you know, crack some jokes, you know, have a good time, and just chill out.
And that's why this story isn't over. Queso has already crossed the line that mattered the most. He turned his dream into real life. He helped his family stop working. He became the place he always wanted to be for others. So whatever happens next is just the icing on the cake.
I've been dreaming of this since I was a kid, bro. Y'all for real low key making dreams come true, bro.
Great video, bro.